Hello, this is Unit 8, Lesson 3. This is about similar triangles. This follows on the fact of knowing what similar polygons were. There are some shortcut tools that you can use for triangles. One of them is called angle-angle. The other one's called side-angle-side, and then side-side-side. Each of these gives you the ability to determine similarity in triangles. Alright, so remember when we talked in the last lesson that for two polygons to be similar there were two requirements. That number one, the corresponding angles had to be congruent, and that the corresponding sides had to be proportional. Okay, triangles being the simplest of the polygons can usually be found to be similar by one of three simple methods. Okay, the first one is called angle-angle. Just simply says if two angles of one triangle are congruent to two angles of another triangle, the triangles are similar. Okay, this we know because if you know that two angles are the same in two triangles, the third angle has to be the same in both triangles because both of them have to add up to 180. Okay, the next method is SAS, which is side angle side. Simply means that in a triangle, if you have two sides that are proportional to the corresponding sides of another triangle and the angles between the two sides are congruent, the triangles are similar. And then lastly we have side-side-side, which simply says if all three pairs of corresponding sides of two triangles are proportional, then the triangles are similar. So let's see what this means. Okay, if you have angle-angle, they want us to show why these two triangles are similar. Okay, so you got these two triangles. You know that angle A is congruent to angle D, and angle EBA is congruent to angle DBC. Okay, angle A is congruent to angle D because they were marked that way. Angle ABE is congruent to angle DBC for the same reason. They're marked that way, but more importantly, they are vertical angles, which forces them to be the same. So since two pairs of angles in the triangles are congruent, the triangles are similar by AA, which is another way to say angle-angle. Okay, for side-angle-side, they want us to show why these two triangles are similar. Okay, this time we have one angle that's marked 110 in both triangles, and we have the lengths of the sides that are on both sides of it. Okay, so if 21 is related to 7 the same way 15 is to 5, since that angle is the same between them, that will mean that these two are similar. So we simply set up the proportion 21 over 7 is equal to 15 over 5. Cross multiply and divide, and we end up with set 3 is equal to 3. Actually, we just reduce the fractions here, but if you cross multiply you will get the same result. Okay, so since you have two pairs of sides that are proportional and you have two angles and the included angle between them are congruent, then that means that these two triangles are similar by side angle side, or SAS. Okay, side-side-side. Show why these two triangles are similar. Give the scale factor the first to the second triangle. Okay, so we got the side lengths of all three sides for both triangles. So we have to establish the relationship between the corresponding sides. So in this case, we want to see if 4 to 6 is the same as 8 to 12 is the same as 6 to 9. Okay. So we reduce each of these fractions, we get 2/3 equals 2/3 equals 2/3. So since they're all proportional, that means that these two triangles are similar. Okay, the scale factor is going to be 2/3. Okay, that concludes this lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. Once again, if you have any questions about it, anything at all that's confusing to you that you need to ask a question about, write it down so that you don't forget it. Bring it to class tomorrow so that we can discuss it before you start any work. Thank you very much. Good evening.